Hello, welcome to the Match Live. It's been a long time, but we are back with live football commentary, and what better place to return to live football than at one of the great homes of English football, Anfield, as Liverpool take on Chelsea in the big game of the weekend. Of course, this is just the first of two live commentary games. Tomorrow, the Corets Match Live returns with Burnley against Arsenal, but tonight it's all about Liverpool and Chelsea going battle head to head at Anfield. Some big games coming up. Third versus fifth, and what a game it promises to be. And I've got the team news there for you. We'll bring you that in just a second. In fact, we'll bring you that team news just now, just to keep you abreast. I will go through the other scores with you at half time. But to go through the other games that took place today, West Ham Leicester finished 1-1 last night. Crystal Palace 2, Stoke 1. A late goal from Seko won the game for Palace after Stoke could score through Shaqiri. Ruben Loftus-Cheek brought them level. A Lewis Dunk goal was enough to break Brighton hearts and for Manchester United to win the game 1-0 at Old Trafford. But Brighton put in a terrific display and probably deserved a draw out of that on balance of play. Newcastle 0, Watford 3, Watford now within a point of Burnley's 8th place, and Will Hughes with a brace and Andre Gray, the ex-Claret, with the third. Swansea and Bournemouth 0-0, but there was a controversial moment in that game when Wilfried Bonney knocked the ball in the net, but there was a foul in the build-up by Andre Ayew. I'm seeing the replay, it looks a harsh decision. And Tottenham have dropped points against West Brom, who sacked Tony Pulis at the start of the week, and under caretaker manager formerly of West Bromwich Albion, former West Bromwich Albion manager in fact in Gary Megson, they've got themselves a 1-1 draw. And the table as it stands, Manchester City obviously top, 5 points clear of Manchester United, who are further 3 points ahead of Chelsea. Tottenham staying fourth, but a win for Liverpool could leapfrog Tottenham into fourth place. What an exciting opportunity this is. Arsenal in 6th, and then the Clarets on 22 points. Terrific start, and those two face off tomorrow, and that's our big second match. The teams are in the tunnel, and we'll give you the two lineups as the teams will walk out. This brand new stand here at Anfield, marvellous occasion. Chelsea of course in the blue, Liverpool in red, so we can distinct ourselves from the two colours of both sides. And the atmosphere really will be unbelievable as they step out to the strains and to the sounds of You Never Walk Alone. This is surely the biggest game of the weekend when you look at it, and the famous Anfield sign there above the tunnel. And there come the teams coming out here onto this fantastic arena that is Anfield. It's a fabulous arena to play your football. And we're just looking at the drone footage above the stadium, and it's just one of the most terrific sights you could ever see in world football. The cop buzzing as ever, flags flying, banners being sounded, and I've got to say, Anfield when it's like this, it's absolutely superb. Both sides shaking hands with each other. We will bring you the two lineups in just a second or two. But I'll tell you something, there's going to be some match here tonight. And we're all set to go. It's hard to tell who will the favourites be tonight, but we'll have to see. Right, let's look at the Liverpool side with Simon Mignolet in goal. Then it's Joe Gomez, who's recently played in the England games. Joe Matip, Ragnar Klavan and Moreno. Then it's Jordan Henderson, the captain, James Milner, Mo Salah, who's been brilliant this season, Philippe Coutinho, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Danny Sturridge gets them all up. So Karius, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Ronaldo, Lallana, who's back in the 16 after a long-term injury, is amongst the substitutes. We'll run through the whole benches in a minute. For Chelsea, their coach Antonio Conte, Thibaut Courtois, Cesar Azpilicueta, then Christensen, Cahill, Zabacosta, Danny Drinkwater in to make a rare start, N'Golo Kante, Bakayoko, Marcos Alonso, Alvaro Morata again, like Salah, has been terrific form for his club, and Eden Hazard. And again, I'll go through the substitutes bench in just a second or two. In fact, this is how they'll line up. A back four for Liverpool, Five in the midfield. Coutinho playing in behind Daniel Sturridge. Salah on the right. Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left for Chelsea. Back three of Cahill, Christensen and Aspilicueta. Again, they're going five in the midfield with Alonso, Bakayoko, Kante in the centre, Drinkwater and Zappacosta. And then Morata and Hazard up front. Alonso will play on the left and Zappacosta on the right. And really, it's about this game. Really, the build up to it has been about two-man form. Mohamed Salah, 14 goals in all competitions this season, but a number 11. He's really settled in terrifically well since his summer move from Roma. And Alvaro Morata, who I commentated on scoring his opening goal in Chelsea colours against my team Burnley at the start of the season, well, he'll be looking to keep on going himself. A terrific occasion. Jurgen Klopp there, the Liverpool manager, really has got a lot to prove after his side chucked away a 3-goal lead during the week. The substitutes for Liverpool: Karius, Wijnaldum, Firmino, Mane, Lallana, Robertson and Alexander-Arnold. For Chelsea: Caballero, Rudiger, Fabregas, Pedro, Moses, Willian and David Luiz. The referee tonight from County Durham is Michael Oliver. We're all set to start. The Anfield is just absolutely ram-jam packed. Standing room only. There's the referee. I'm just seeing there from just up in the northeast, Michael Oliver, and we're all set to go. Big game for him. One of the best young referees, without a shadow of a doubt, in the country. Although all referees so far made high-profile mistakes, but let's hope there's no controversy here tonight as Liverpool get us underway. They're going to attack the Anfield Road end to my left, and Chelsea in the first half attacking the Kop in all blue with white socks. Liverpool all in red. Red shirts, red shorts and red stockings. This is Coutinho on halfway, plays it back into the centre circle, and Henderson, the Liverpool captain, having taken over the captaincy of course from Steven Gerrard a couple of years ago, tries to thread a long ball forward, but that's going to run into touch, and with the first goal kick of the game. Both teams have contrasting results of course in the Champions League during the week. Liverpool, as I said, were a 3-goal lead in Seville to draw 3-3 with Sevilla, and Liverpool and Chelsea on the night afterwards stuck 4 past Karabakh to more or less seal their passage through to the last 16 of the Champions League, and we'll pick that up in the new year. All the knockout matches you'll hear on this YouTube channel, all the big games that matter, and including the final itself, which will be taking place in late May, of course. It'll be taking place a little bit earlier, I hope, than last year, because of course we've got the World Cup coming up as well, and we'll be looking forward to that game as well. And I have to say, the atmosphere inside Anfield has been magnificent. Of course, we'll have midweek football as well. We're hoping to involve Bournemouth against Burnley in some capacity, but we'll let you know in due course as Mo Salah now runs towards the penalty area of Chelsea. Salah tries the shot against his old team, I should also add. So he'll be wanting to put one over on his former employers here today. As Coutinho takes possession on halfway. 2 minutes gone, 0-0. Again, the chat. Unfortunately, the chat tonight will be kept closed because this is a big game and we want to justify a good commentary here for this game. And if you hear some noise in the background, I do apologise. We do have 1 or 2 technical issues, so I do apologise if you hear anything in the background. But the Anfield Roar is definitely Liverpool. In fact, they've only conceded 1 goal this season at Anfield, believe it or not, and that was to Scott Arfield of Burnley. And I had the pleasure of commentating on that as well, and I've presided over a couple of Chelsea losses as well this season. The one against Burnley, and of course the last time we covered Chelsea, that 1-0 defeat they had against Manchester City at Stamford Bridge, which probably put a lot of pressure on Antonio Conte, Zabacosta taking the throw. It was they want to throw level with the edge of the Liverpool penalty area, and then it takes a couple of ricochets and it will go behind. I think it's a corner, or is it a goal kick? It looks as if Zabacosta is actually running back, so it must be a goal kick to Liverpool. No, it's not. It's a corner, in fact, to Chelsea. I was looking away at some statistics there and actually didn't realise. Anyway, it's a corner then taken by Hazard from the near side, flicked in towards the 6-yard box. It's headed away by Liverpool, but it comes to Hazard on the right. Back to Hazard once again. Lovely half-volley cross across the face, and in the end Liverpool can get it out, and they might start a counter-attack of their own here, and they come charging forward, but in the end Chelsea had enough players back to snuff out the danger, if you like. 4 minutes gone, 0-0. It's back with Thibaut Courtois. Christensen back to Courtois again. There was a couple of shots of man on from one of the Chelsea supporters. Simon Mignolet is in goal. Karius was used in the European collapse in Spain on Tuesday night, and that 3-3 draw. Liverpool far from secure of their Champions League future. They really need to win their last match if they're going to have any chance of being in the last 16 come the new year. This is Philippe Coutinho now for Liverpool, out towards the far side now, and a chance here now for them to charge forward. And again, just patient build up here by Liverpool. It's just gone up to the right here. James Milner now cuts in field, plays a lovely ball in there towards Sturridge inside the area, and it just gets snuffled out of it by Gary Cahill, who did terrifically well, the Chelsea captain, and the ball ricocheted a couple of deflections into the arms of goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. Just for 1 minute there I thought Liverpool were going to get in behind that Chelsea defence. Not an easy place to go to, Anfield, especially on a cold winter's night. Here's Henderson winning the ball on halfway and trotting towards the edge of the area, but a good bit of defending there from N'Golo Kante, usually a man for all seasons, for all occasions, especially the big occasions. First two seasons in English football have yielded 2 league titles, one of course with Leicester a couple of years back, and of course last season with Chelsea. But it's a Liverpool throw, short to Sturridge. Sturridge gets the ball back now. Oh, good tackle again. Kante right in there, and in fact Liverpool get another throw. Again Liverpool with the penalty area of Chelsea. We've had 6 minutes gone here at Anfield. Offside against James Milner, free kick to Chelsea. Bit of brainless football there by the very experienced campaigner. In fact, I think it went out for a throw by the looks of it. So it's a throw taken here, and then N'Golo Kante picks it up deep inside his own half, plays a 60-yard ball looking to find Eden Hazard, but Claven gets it back to his goalkeeper, who did really well. Claven again over towards the far near side, and Alberto Moreno now will trot forward. He kept his place and decided he had a nightmare second half against Seville. Moreno again on the near side, the left hand side, tries to get the ball in behind, and again well snuffed out by the Chelsea defence. A lot of onus will be on the likes of Coutinho to provide the bullets. There's a little bit of a late challenge there by Zabacosta. Still 0-0. Here's Zabacosta. Oh, he's giving it away here. A chance here for Liverpool to break out. Here's Coutinho through the centre. Rode a couple of challenges and then just ran out of steam really when it needed, and then it's given away rather cheaply to Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain towards the edge of the penalty area, and then the ball back inside to Henderson. Henderson, lovely ball out towards the far side. James Milner then fought for a moment, he might get a shot on. Mo Salah might do here. Salah in towards the penalty area, tries to pull it back towards Sturridge, and then the ball is hounded out by Chelsea, but Liverpool coming at Chelsea here in this opening exchange, and that's a good ball towards Moreno on the left hand side by James Milner. Now a chance for Claven to play it back. Now Lovren, or Matip, sorry I should say. Here come Liverpool. They're having understandably the best of the possession. 68% for 32%. Ball towards Moreno, nodded away by Zappacosta. Now a chance here for Coutinho. Coutinho trying to play that ball in, and it's hooked away once more. Still goers here. Klavan takes possession. It's all Liverpool at the moment. Joel Matip to Gomez. Gomez on the far side. Still 0-0. And Gomez gets possession once again on halfway. Good football this from Liverpool. Just keeping the pressure up on the Chelsea back line at the moment. Crystal Palace 2, Stoke City 1, Manchester United 1, Brighton 0, Newcastle 0, Watford 3, Swansea 0, Bournemouth 0. These are all full times, and Tottenham 1, West Brom 1. All today's scores, and of course West Ham drew 1-1. Of course, last night against Leicester City. We're into the ninth. We've had 9 minutes here at Anfield. No goals yet, but plenty of endeavour. Liverpool certainly having the most of the game so far. Plenty of possession, just keeping possession really well here, and trying to force Chelsea into some early mistakes. This is a chance here for Sturridge. Sturridge edge of the area, in towards Salah. Salah now will try the shot. Salah will just shot from about 20 yards with his left foot, and it's into the Anfield Road stand for a goal kick for Chelsea. Well, it was an opportunity really for Chelsea to show, well, for Liverpool here really to show their worst. Show their worth, I should say, not worst. Jurgen Klopp was reportedly furious after seeing his team throw away a 3-goal lead in midweek. Wasn't the best result they could have had. They were 3 up and seemingly on course for the next round of the Champions League. But it's all this buts and maybes now. But it's a throw to Liverpool midway inside the Chelsea half, near side, and a throw straight towards Klavan. Had to go back again. Now Gomez takes possession. Matip now on the far side. Still 0-0. Liverpool trying to break from the back. Coutinho receives the ball on halfway. Coutinho has to play the ball back. Liverpool keeping possession really well here. They're doing a good job here. That's going to be a foul here. Free kick taken quickly. Referee allowed it to be taken quickly. Here come Liverpool now with Mo Salah on the right hand side. Cuts in field. James Milner was there on the overlap. Maybe Milner wasn't ready for the back heel from Salah, perhaps. Fabregas in to win that ball and tries to get Morata on his way. Klavan has a 5-yard head start, gets the ball back to Simon Mignolet. He did really well. We've had 11 minutes. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Here's Klavan now inside his own half. Plays it to Coutinho. Coutinho now just playing it out towards Henderson. Henderson now inside the centre circle. Gomez now, rather Matip now for Liverpool. Still 0-0. In towards Mo Salah. Salah turning. Gets the ball out towards the far side. Alberto Moreno takes it down beautifully. Zappacosta was the man he was facing. Here's Coutinho. Coutinho having to turn. And he's found Moreno. Coutinho might get possession here. Moreno certainly in there to win the ball. And there's the cross in. And there was nobody in the centre, but it might come from Milner here on the right hand side. And he slipped and lost possession here, and Chelsea can come away with the ball. Looking to Hazard, but he's well marshalled there by the defender, Jordan Henderson, in fact a midfield player I should say. Cesar Azpilicueta in actual fact making his 74th consecutive Premier League start tonight, which is quite a great achievement for him. Marvellous achievement. You've got 2 passionate managers down below in the technical areas on both benches there that'll shout, scream and be so passionate about it. It's totally untrue really. So still 0-0, 12 minutes gone at Anfield. Liverpool against Chelsea, and really it has been that sort of game really that is ebbing and flowing, certainly from Liverpool's point of view. But yet no penetration from Chelsea as yet. But they are the away side, and now a chance now for Zappacosta to break down that right hand channel. He does well. Where's he doing towards Hazard? Hazard still on the right. Zappacosta on the overlap. Goes in field though to Bakayoko, and the ball back inside, and it's gone out of play. Was not a good ball really by Bakayoko. The ball just ran into touch. Clapping to try and break out for Liverpool. Plays it back to Moreno. Apologies there for the noise. We don't usually make this noise, really. It's a little bit flimsy where we are at the moment. Here come Liverpool, still 0-0 here, and the game's starting to get a little scrappy at the moment. As Marcos Alonso will take this Chelsea throw. Mo Salah, as I said at the start, 14 games, 14 goals in all competitions. He's done really well, Mo Salah. I've been very impressed. I think he's probably been one of the signings of the season. Here's Kante knocking it forward into the path here of, it was Drinkwater making the run, but now it's come straight back at Liverpool again, and here they come charging forward with Oxlade-Chamberlain in towards James Milner, who has the shot, and it's right footed, and he's sort of miscued it, and it's gone way wide of the far post and out for a goal kick. And that was the first real opportunity. Jurgen Klopp there. But Chamberlain having a little bit to say for himself early doors in this match, and that is a huge feather in his cap so far. Still 0-0. Still 0-0 at the moment. Remember, tomorrow afternoon we've got live commentary of Burnley against Arsenal. What a game that's going to be. We'll be on the air about 1:45 for that one. And remember, in the corresponding fixture last year, Arsenal winning by controversial goal, in fact scored by Oxlade-Chamberlain. So at least he won't be around the turf tomorrow. He'll be he's here right now playing this crucial match. Third against fifth in the Premier League. Big game this, really, in the bitter cold here at Anfield. 0-0. The Reds of Liverpool against the Blues of Chelsea. At the moment, just keeping possession here rather tightly. Now here's Salah. All good running down the far side, and the crossing there towards Sturridge, and it's hooked away. It will be a throw out to Liverpool. But starting to make one or two things happen now, the Merseysiders. As the cross comes in from Milner, but it's too close to the goalkeeper. It was a crossing from the right, but it was just not angled enough to curl back towards the attackers. In the end, it's an easy one for Thibaut Courtois, who now gets a back pass, kicks off the ground. So yeah, plenty of sport going on this week. We've got England through to the Rugby League World Cup final. They beat Tonga by a couple of points earlier on this morning. England making hard work of themselves in the Ashes as we just break off, because Mo Salah's on the break for Liverpool towards Chamberlain that time. It might come to Milner in the area, and Chelsea just about scrambling out, but not very far. Gomez now back to Matip. Matip now turning it back to Mignolet, who's about 15 yards outside his own penalty box. Here's Coutinho now on halfway, having a lot of the play. Philip Coutinho plays the ball in. We've had 17 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. No real clear-cut chances as yet in the game, which will be a concern for both teams. It's a game that neither side dare not lose, but a win could do so much. Certainly for Liverpool, a great incentive for them. They'll go above Tottenham in the Premier League table. They go above them certainly by at least a point. So some terrific incentives really for Liverpool tonight. Chelsea could put the pressure on their former boss Jose Mourinho and put pressure on him in second place. Man City incidentally play at Huddersfield Town at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in deepest Yorkshire. A match that's quite interesting. 126 passes to Liverpool compared to 50 for Chelsea, and the pass accuracy 91% Liverpool, 78% to Chelsea. Tells you everything we need to know, really. There's a little flick on towards Danny Sturridge. Sturridge holding the ball up well, and he tries to play the ball back towards Coutinho. But again, good defending there by that defensive threesome for Chelsea. Still 0-0 here. But I think there's going to be a goal somewhere. Here's Chamberlain tries to take possession. It's a Liverpool throw midway inside the Chelsea half. Alberto Moreno takes the throw. Moreno gets the ball back a second time around. Now Claret to Matip inside the centre circle, out towards Joe Gomez. Gomez does well, finds Salah. Salah round the back, tries to take on Alonso. Alonso gets a foot in, but Salah won't be denied. Infield it goes to Henderson. Salah trying to get back on for the return, but well cut out by Marcos Alonso. But then Liverpool winning possession once again. They're having a good spell at the moment. Still 0-0. Here's Sturridge. Good tackle again by Azpilicueta. Daniel Sturridge, one of his former clubs was Chelsea. Also started his career at Manchester City, of course. Hopping that one season he had where he linked up well with Luis Suarez when they almost won the title back in 2014. He hasn't really had a good time of it recently, Daniel Sturridge. Sturridge again, this time winning a goal kick. So we're into the 20th minute of this game. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. And there's no doubt in my mind that Chelsea have been the second best. Certainly Liverpool have been in the ascendancy thus far. But it is a goal kick to Chelsea. We're almost at the 20th minute mark now of the game. And Thibaut Courtois with his right foot kicks 3/4 of the way up, well, just over halfway up the field. We've now played the 20 minutes. As I say, 0-0. Alonso letting the ball bounce, and that was a bit of a dangerous thing to do. Now the ball is with Salah on the far side, the right hand side. Liverpool may be trying to be a bit too intricate when they're attacking at the moment, but they are having a lot of joy, certainly in the midfield. But now they could be stretched here because Hazard on the far side, Morata trying to stay on the side in the centre, and they're having to go back inside. Shot comes in, and it was a good effort from Eden Hazard from over 20 yards just to the left of the D. Mignolet didn't hold on to it, but just had enough about it to tip it out or block it away for a corner. It's a good strike. In fact, I have to say I probably did Mignolet a disservice because he had to get down low there and it bounced right in front of him, which made the attempt at the save very awkward. So maybe I was doing Simon Mignolet there a disservice by saying he didn't handle the ball properly. But it is a Chelsea corner. Hazard floated in towards the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper this time didn't get anywhere near it. Still Chelsea keep it alive. And they're having a little spell here. Christensen playing that in. Knocked away once more. Now Sturridge now to break over halfway. He's run about 20-30 yards with the ball. And then Sturridge is tripped by Kante. And it's a 3-kick to Liverpool. And Liverpool getting on with it quickly. Sturridge is still on the ground, but he's getting up off the floor now. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Coming up towards the halfway mark of the first half. A fantastic first half thus far, but no breakthrough so far. How we'd love a go in the big games here. We've got some decent games coming up on the TV. Of course, we'll have. Of course, there'll be some massive matches, as I say, coming up. Recently, there's got some big games, as I say. Man City Tottenham coming up in December. Spurs away at Burnley. We've got Bournemouth coming up. We'll keep abreast of what's happening with Burnley over the week as well. If they played on the Wednesday night, we will cover the game as part of the Clarets Match Live. As Eden Hazard starts to get on the afterburn, it's played it in towards Drinkwater. Drinkwater, he goes past the goalkeeper and then somehow it bounced up in front of Drinkwater and it came off him last. And it trickles behind for a goal kick. But Danny Drinkwater there, of all people, making an inspired run here. Red start for him. And since joining from Chelsea, just couldn't get the ball under control. It came off Mignolet and then sort of ricocheted back off Drinkwater. And it went well behind in the end for a goal kick. Chelsea no, Liverpool no, Chelsea no. But here's his Hazard now on his marks. Morata further forward. Now then, there's a shot coming in. A terrific shot by Cesar Azpilicueta with his right foot from just outside the D on the right hand side. smashed it in, and Mignolet just punched it over the crossbar, diving to his left. It was a terrific shot, and it was turned away for a corner. Mignolet having a go with his defenders. Eden Hazard to take the Chelsea corner. Third of the match, all to Chelsea. Well, halfway through the first half, 23.5 minutes gone. 0-0. Chelsea's creating chances as Hazard takes the corner from the near side. There's a man for it, the back post. It's Gary Cahill. I thought he might have homed up for the shot, and then the shot came back in, and it's almost a scramble in there. There's a Chelsea player going down. I think they're appealing for a penalty, but the referee, I don't think, was going to be interested from the moment he went down. I couldn't tell who it was. It was a crowd scene in that Liverpool penalty box at the Cup end. The ball is now back with Mignolet. We'll probably need a replay to clear that up for you here, folks, but well, basically I'll need an aid of a television replay. Here's a chance now for Milner. Milner now for Liverpool. Coutinho has it just to the left of the penalty area. Infield to Milner, 25-30 yards from goal. Still Liverpool in possession with Milner. Milner chips it out towards Moreno, but he's been intercepted quite brilliantly now by Cesar Azpilicueta. And Azpilicueta now making a tremendous burst. Still Azpilicueta, and he was bundled off the ball rather fairly, or Zappacosta I should say, made the inspired run, but should there have been a penalty there? We haven't got a replay yet from the television company showing this game. I hope they do show a penalty. They did look at, certainly Chelsea felt there was an appeal for a penalty, ball in towards Oxlade-Chamberlain, but it'll come straight to Courtois, just like that goal, dead into touch for a goal kick. Gary Cahill there. This is the corner again. Now we're looking at it from an 18-yard camera. He takes it down on his chest, and I felt he should have shot there initially, and then the ball was played back in. There might have been an inch of offside perhaps. No, he gets the ball. I don't think that's a penalty. Having seen that replay, I need to have a closer look to see whether that was a clean tackle, but it looked from that 18-yard camera, but it's hard to tell from up there, from where that camera was, that was an actual tackle, a good tackle, but it did look a fair tackle to me from that angle. But maybe if we have a look at it on a more closer inspection, maybe it might give us a different view entirely. But it's still Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0, with Salah on the ball. Infield once again to Sturridge. Sturridge doing remarkably well, finding Moreno. Hit it a little bit strongly there perhaps, Sturridge, but he did well. Now Chamberlain keeps possession. Now the ball back on almost on halfway. Now Clavan to find Coutinho. Coutinho will run at all comers as well as Chelsea defenders. He takes in a lovely ball towards Salah, and a good defensive header by Cahill, but it still comes out to Chamberlain. Chamberlain does well, finds Milner. Now the ball down the Liverpool right all of a sudden. Into the penalty area goes Mohamed Salah. Good turn. Salah smuggled himself away from one Chelsea defender. Got his shot in with his left foot, and it was charged down by one of the Chelsea defenders. Now all of a sudden he's Eden Hazard at the other end. He did get away from Clavan, and he feels it's an unfair thing. I think he's given a free kick there, Mr. Oliver, the referee. You see what Clavan did there? That was almost a rugby tackle, really. Something you see down at Twickenham or Murrayfield, that, not at Anfield. But lovely body strength there by Salah, but his shot was well charged down by Christensen. Now this is the penalty appeal again. Gary Cahill trying to be too cocky about it. I don't think it was a penalty anyway, and it didn't please his manager in the slightest. Still 0-0 here at Anfield, but a great game here. Just needs a goal for it to like the blue touch paper. Drinkwater had got forward, but it's too much pace on the ball, and it's easy for the goalkeeper Mignolet. But now Chelsea's starting to make their presence felt in the game. But Coutinho making his presence felt in his own half, and he's found Chamberlain now over the halfway line, who in turn finds an opportunity here for Coutinho. Coutinho now on the left hand side. This is brilliant stuff here from Liverpool. Good counter-attack this. It might come for Henderson. Just for a moment he might have warmed up the shot. This is Salah now far side. Salah into where the penalty area. Sturridge tries to shoot. Comes away, but it will drop for Salah again. Liverpool starting to ask more questions. Salah now towards the byline. Left-hand side, tries to get the ball back across the face, but of the goal, there was 2 or 3 Liverpool defenders waiting in the 6-yard box, but it was smuggled away. Now Alonso has it on the Chelsea left. Infield to Morata. Now Kante for Chelsea. 28.5 minutes have been played. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0 in the Premier League. One of the biggest games of the weekend. Tomorrow we have Burnley against Arsenal at Turf Moor. Tonight at Anfield we've got Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. This is Hazard and he goes down. Another free kick given. Liverpool here conceding a lot of free kicks against them. Oh, that was a clear foul there on Hazard. It is a free kick. I'm just seeing whether Azpilicueta was offside as he struck that ball, as that replay has had to cut back to the live action, and the ball will not be reaching Drinkwater. The ball's run out of play. So 0-0 then, as we come up towards 29.5 minutes now played. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. This is the... Was Azpilicueta onside? Well, it looks as if he was level, but it was a marginal thing. And Zabacosta's fouled this time. Free kick to Chelsea. Moreno the culprit on Zabacosta. Free kick taken quickly infield to Kante. Kante tries to cross it in, gets a big deflection. Kante battling with that, with Chamberlain for the ball that time. Back on halfway. And then the ball knocked high in the air, almost up and under, almost like rugby union style. Hazard takes possession, wins the throw. Liverpool now on the defensive back foot. They spent they certainly dominated the first quarter of an hour of the first half, but Chelsea since then have tried to take over and have played some great stuff so far. Still 0-0. And Azpilicueta starting to launch another attack. Now round the corner to Bakayoko, and Morata goes down. The referee, has he seen it? Yes, I think he has. Free kick. Looked a foul to me on Morata. I think it's John Matip who's been spoken to here by the referee. Yep. It was a silly challenge really. Matip had no need to make that challenge. He pushed him clearly to the floor there. So he has to watch his step. I think he's just had a warning. I don't think it was a yellow card offence. Well, free kick to Liverpool. We've had 32 minutes. We're into the 32nd minute of the contest. Alonso can hit them. So too can Hazard, of course, as you would expect. But it's Alonso. It's a one-man committee. There are 5 in that Liverpool wall. Just 5 red-shirted players. No Chelsea player in the wall as yet. Mignolet, has he got a good view of it? Alonso shoots with him. Oh, with his left foot, and it was just wide of the target, in fact. And it's a goal kick. Yeah, just didn't have enough swerve on it to get it up and over the wall and on target, but just wide in the end. About a foot wide it missed by, but it's a goal kick. And Simon Mignolet to take. Pitch black here at Anfield, and the floodlights now on full blast here. Oh, that was a meaty challenge there by Danny Drinkwater on Moreno, and that could be a very nasty one indeed. I don't know what the referee will make of this. It's certainly a yellow card offence if not. Ball was there to be won, but he was clearly late there, Drinkwater. And it was a bit of a high tackle. Certainly a one-footed tackle. Michael Oliver now has kept his cards in his pocket for the time being. I don't think he's shown a yellow card there. I'm surprised at that. I felt that was a yellow card offence. We've had over half an hour though. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0 in this Premier League fixture. And what a first half it has been so far, without any real scoring opportunity, and just for a moment then the ball was pulled back there towards the edge of the area, but Chelsea did really well to snuff out any potential danger. Now Morata hitting that, looking for Hazard down the right hand side, but Clavan was very, very shrewd there and just got the ball out of play. Of course, it's the League Cup final up in Scotland, north of the border. Motherwell against Celtic. Motherwell shocking the world there to get through to that final. They beat Rangers, I think, in the semi-finals, and that was an amazing achievement for them. And they're looking for their first big silverware, I think, since 1991 when they won the Scottish Cup. Wouldn't it be brilliant if they could put some silverware on the table at Fir Park tomorrow afternoon? It's going to be a tough test against the Celtic side, who domestically just look unbeatable. That is because of the awful standard of the Scottish leagues. In the Premier League, though, the standard is still quite high, and it's still 0-0 here. But as I say, it's not for the one to train. That is for certain. Clavan has the ball. Plays it out to the far side. Still 0-0 here, so we're coming up towards the last 10 minutes. That's a poor ball, and now a chance for Chelsea to bring it away, but Liverpool winning possession on a bitterly cold evening here on Merseyside. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Well taken quickly, and then the ball comes back. Once again, that's surely going to be a foul there on Mohamed Salah for a free kick now as we come up towards 35 minutes of the game gone exactly here. Just into the back of Mo Salah, and that was a foul, so a free kick. Dangerous position this for Liverpool. They know if they can make something happen here, Anfield will be rocking. Can he be Philip Coutinho on the right hand side, the far side as we look. Coutinho with his right foot sends it into the penalty area. They all went for it and missed it, both Liverpool and Chelsea players. And in the end, it's Bakayoko trying to carry that ball out, and I think he was not fouled there. So it's play on, says the referee. 0-0 between Liverpool and Chelsea here at Anfield. This is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain now for Liverpool, but it's a good tackle there by Zabacosta, I should say. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Inside the last 9 minutes, we've had 36 minutes of the game gone. We're into the 37th minute. Here's Milner now. 15 yards inside the Chelsea half. Now finds Coutinho, who breaks deep into the Chelsea half. Then has to track back. And now Moreno is found. And Liverpool now playing some good triangular passes, not being rushed into any panic right now. It's still anyone's guess where this could happen. One goal now could light everything up and set this game well and truly on fire. Matip can get that back to his goalkeeper, Vignolet. Now a chance here for Coutinho, and then Clavan. Clavan has to check back. Still no goals. Moreno now, left hand side, plays it in there towards Sturridge on the edge of the D. Battles for it, tries to nod it into the path of Coutinho and just failed on doing so. And now a chance for Drinkwater to break forward for Chelsea. Still 0-0. 37 minutes just over gone. And this game just needs a goal. All it needs is a goal, and we could have a really, really thrilling game on our hands. At the moment, no goals with 37.5 minutes almost gone. A referee slipped there to the delight of the supporters at Anfield. Still 0-0. Well, even referees are human, I suppose. Michael Oliver is such a person as human, and here's a chance now for Zabacosta, infield to Bakayoko. This could be promising for Chelsea, and it will be a throw to them, level with the 6-yard box, 5 yards from the quadrant. Hazard takes it quickly, near side, I should tell you. Zabacosta with the cross, nodded away. Canty in to win the first ball, and the second ball. And in fact the referee's had to stop the game because Chamberlain is down holding his head. Referee, it's an injury as well, a head injury now under FIFA rules. He's allowed to stop the game. It was a challenge there with N'Golo Kante. He did seem to nod the back of his head there. Well, 0-0 here, and I have to say this game has not been for the one to try, and I can assure you that, folks. We're a decent fare. So far, no way through at the moment between two sides who really ought to be really producing the goods really on really their terms. And I have to say it's been a little bit disappointing. We've not seen too many clear-cut opportunities in the first 38 minutes or so that we have been playing, and that is a real disappointment really when you think about it. As Chelsea come forward in towards Morata, entered the penalty area, then the shot back in, deflected back across, and then hooked behind for a corner, came off Claven, and all of a sudden Chelsea starting to get their A game together. It's quite ominous now for Liverpool. Corner to be taken here by Hazard, left hand side. Remember at Anfield, still 0-0. We're into the 40th minute. Hazard's corner, header one, but over the top from Morata. Who's frankly hardly had a kick in the first half. Has to be said, it was a good header, but just didn't have the contact or the direction to trouble goalkeeper Mignolet that time. 40 minutes have elapsed now at Anfield, and Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. We will take 5 minutes. Give you all the scores from the Premier League, the Championship, Leagues 1 and 2, and the Scottish Premier. There was just a couple of results there today. As Milner gets possession deep inside Chelsea territory. Mo Salah gets his shot in. Good try from Salah with his left foot from just the right of the D outside the area, 25 yards out. He turned nicely there, pirouetted well, just curled wide of the far post of Thibaut Courtois, but that's the best chance we've seen so far, and it's come from one of the men in form here we built up at the start of the match, Mohamed Salah. And I tell you what, if that curls into the back of the net, Thibaut Courtois has not got a price. Cheap throw conceded. 6 attempts on to 5 in Liverpool's favour, but Chelsea have had 2 on target. So we've not had on target chances. We've had very much at a premium, but it's Sturridge deep inside Chelsea half, about 25 yards from goal. Now the cross. It's a poor cross. It's an absolutely awful cross there, and it's behind for a goal kick. But Mohamed Salah really exploded in the game, and there's been very little of no chances at all. No teams have had to feed off practically scraps. We're into the coming up towards 42 minutes. Got us Thibaut Courtois, the all yellow goalkeeper's kit, knocks the ball forward. Now the ball somehow landed at Drinkwater's feet. Now Morata trying a shot from about 30 yards with his right foot, gets I think a little slight deflection, and I think it will be a Chelsea corner. So Morata having a chance there, just gets a little nick I think off one of the defenders, and it might have come off Batip here. It did. Miscued his attempted block, and it will be a corner here to Chelsea. Corner comes in from the far side up towards Azpilicueta, but it's the goalkeeper's ball, Mignolet, and all in a green goalkeeper's jersey, all green kit actually. We're now heading towards the end of the first half. As I say, we'll take a 5-minute break and bring you up to speed with what's been happening earlier this afternoon elsewhere in the Premier League and in the Football League. as Chamberlain gets possession, left hand side, deep towards, coming up towards the end of the first half. He's got away from the defender well. That's a decent cross. He's hung that up well towards Sturridge that time. Oh, they looked at this way. It was a barge there, clear barge, but the referee not allowing it, not giving the decision. I don't think there was too many Liverpool players complaining about it though. Mo Salah though has got possession. Still Mo Salah to the byline. He's done, I have to say, he's been Liverpool's best outlet of an attacking force. Now, was there a potential penalty here? Header away by Alonso. This was from the initial cross, and it's Hazard here. Well, hard to tell really. Although Coutinho does have a little bit of a reputation for making a meal of it a little bit. Here's Coutinho, Robert. Oh, Salah again. The attempt to clear has hit him, I think, on the head and then come back out again. Now we might get another replay of this. Michael Oliver's gets one look at it. It's Eden Hazard who's the guilty party. Now what baffles me is that Liverpool don't appeal for this decision. Well, actually, on closer inspection, I think that's a penalty. Well, it'd be interesting to see how other people view that, but in my view, having looked at the replay a couple of times and I needed to be convinced by it, I think Liverpool had a case there for a penalty. Well, what surprised me, as Liverpool gained a goal kick by the way, what surprised me about it all is that I couldn't see one Liverpool player actually appealing for it as we go into the last 30 seconds of normal time at the end of the first half, and it'll be down to the fourth official to decide how long we'll have beyond that. But at the moment, it's not been a great advert for the Premier League so far. Big game. It gets built up quite a lot by newspapers and television and sports news bulletins and things like that, but I have to say this game has been a little bit disappointing, and Salah's shown some class in this opening 45 minutes, and to be quite honest with you, I'm surprised they've actually dug in and said 1 minute, because to be quite honest, let's just blow the whistle and put us all out of our misery. It's not been a great first half. We've seen flashes of genius from Morata and Coutinho and Salah and the like, and Hazard's shown some good touches as well, but really we've been at a loss to see how many clear-cut chances we've had so far. Here's Henderson. We've seen Precious Little off as an attacking force, but he's found James Milner out on the far side. Milner has to go back, mind you, and this is the frustration really, because both teams have come here desperately not wanting to lose. 10-20 seconds of the minute to go. Here's Coutinho. This is going to be the last play of the first half. Sturridge turns inside the area. Good last ditch defending there by Gary Cahill. 10 seconds of the stoppage time to play. We're allocated the minute of a minimum of 1 minute. So Michael Oliver was well within his rights to carry on beyond that, but he won't carry on beyond any further than 2 seconds after the 46 minutes. So there we are, half time then. We've seen some flashes of genius from the likes of Salah, Hazard, Coutinho and the like, but really we've not had too much in the way of goal mouth activity. Just the 2 shots on target. There have been shots that have gone wayward off target, but at the moment nothing looks like being broken down from either Liverpool or Chelsea at the moment, and it's a disappointing first half really in terms of chances. We've seen some good, as I say, we've seen some good football, but not enough penetration for me from either attack, and I have to say both teams have really cancelled each other out. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. I'm just going to get my breath back after that 45 minutes, and we'll join you for the second half of Chelsea and Liverpool at Anfield. So at half time here at Anfield, Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0, and we'll be back in 5 minutes time. Hi there folks, and welcome back to Anfield, as we are ready and waiting to get this second half up and running here at Anfield. The first half really to forget: Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0 at half time. Second half commentary coming up very shortly. So let's run you through some of the ball times from earlier today, starting with the Championship, of course. I should tell you that Crystal Palace beat Stoke by 2-1. Manchester United 1, Brighton 0. Newcastle 0, Watford 3. Swansea 0, Bournemouth 0. Tottenham 1, West Brom 0. Our match is 0-0 at the moment between Liverpool and Chelsea. In the Championship, it finished Barnsley 0, Leeds 2. Aston Villa 2, Ipswich 0. Burton 0, Sunderland 2, so a good win there for Sunderland. Fulham 1, Millwall 0. Hull 2, Bristol City 3, good comeback from Bristol City in that game. Middlesbrough 0, Derby 3. Norwich 1, Preston 1. Reading 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Wolves the leaders 5, Bolton 0. And in the late game at Bramall Lane, it's Sheffield United 0, Birmingham City 1. That's half time at the moment at Bramall Lane. Just waiting for the teams back. Chelsea are coming out now onto the field, so we'll bring you the full times from the other games over there, just to let you know. We'll try and let you know how things are happening at Bramall Lane, as Sheffield United take on Birmingham in a 5:30 kick-off, and it's Birmingham City leading by a goal to 0 in that game. But we are back at Anfield for the second half of Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. And we're all set to go. Liverpool just coming out of the tunnel here in this new, beautiful new main stand here at Anfield. It's a marvellous piece of construction, and they were getting something like 43,000 before this new stand was built, and now you look at it and it's an absolute monster of a stand. And they're getting 50,000-60,000 now at Anfield, and they need to be getting that sort of gates, and you can't get away from the splendour of Anfield. It's a special stadium, and on nights like these it's a special kind of atmosphere. But at the moment we've had no goals to bring you in this game, and hopefully we'll bring you a few goals in the second half. But the first half really didn't live up to the expectation that this sort of match really deserves. It's bitterly cold. I think we've got the full complement of the 22. I don't think we've had any changes thus far, so we're back underway here at Anfield. It's Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Don't forget that. Chelsea now attacking the Anfield Road end in this second half. Ball round the corner, but it's straight into the arms of Simon Mignolet. So big game this now for both sides. It's a big 45 minutes for both sides here, as both teams look to try and get the win they need to keep going at the top of the league. And here comes Liverpool again. They certainly show flashes of what they could do. Milner on the right hand side looks for Mo Salah, who was the best outlet for Liverpool as an attacking force, and loses possession in the end. It's still 0-0, and a foul there on one of the Chelsea players, and a free kick to Chelsea. Couldn't tell who it was. It was Hazard who went flying down, and it was Mo Salah who took him out. Well, but characteristically did take him out. He did whack his shin. Hazard was screaming in a lot of agony. He's limping there, quite gingerly there, from that mind of the team. Mignolet, Gomez, Matip, Clavan, Moreno, Henderson. Kante is brought down for a kick. Milner, Salah, Coutinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Sturridge are the Liverpool lineup. The substitutes, we just see Kante brought down by Henderson, Karius, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Ronaldo, Lallana, Mane and Firmino. Chelsea taking the free kick, or preparing to take the free kick. They've got Courtois in goal. They've just taken it quickly and given away there. And it's Azpilicueta, Christensen, KO, Zabacosta, here's drink water, Kante, Bakayoko. They've just won a corner incidentally off Bakayoko. Alonso, Morata and Hazard. The substitutes: Caballero, David Luiz, Rudiger, Moses, Fabregas and Willian and Pedro. So plenty of strength from the bench. Referee, of course, need I tell you, is Michael Oliver from County Durham, and he's awarded a corner to Chelsea. Back to Kante on the near side, the left hand side. It gets another deflection, but it is a throw. 47 minutes. The late game here. Remember, wins for Manchester United, Watford, Crystal Palace late on. Some real big talking points in the Premier League. Tomorrow we have live commentary of Burnley's latest match as they take on Arsenal, who lost in the Europa League the other day. There's a potential appeal for a foul not given. Referee Johnny on the spot. In fact, he gives a free kick to Liverpool for an infringement. And Eden Hazard takes a rueful smile. Now, first of all, was it outside? Well, it looks outside to me. If it had been given, I think it wouldn't have been a penalty. Milner brought him down outside, or appeared to bring him down. And then the second decision, was it? Well, I think he's looking for that Hazard, if I'm being totally honest. He's never going to win a free kick, let alone a penalty like that. That's just absurd. And players should be knowing about these new FA rules, that if you are simulating now, or you are found guilty on video evidence to be simulating, you will be charged. We saw Nias of Everton get a ban, although I believe him and Nias and Everton are appealing that particular decision. This is Coutinho on the far side. Oh, he did well there, Coutinho. Magnificent play into Sturridge inside the penalty area. Left hand of the penalty area, crosses it back, and the goalkeeper seemed to go right through his fingers, and out of play for a corner. And a cheap corner there that Chelsea have conceded here, because this should not have caused Thibaut Courtois too many problems, and it didn't in the end. Here it is, the ball in, and watch it go through Courtois. I'm just seeing it go through Courtois. It goes right underneath him. That was poor, really. The Chelsea goalkeeper should be doing an awful lot better. Coutinho with the corner, near side. High one in towards the 6-yard box. It'll drop for Salah on the far post, and it's blocked away by Bakayoko. It's another corner to Liverpool. We've played 4.5 minutes in the second half, and already Liverpool on the front foot, thanks to a mistake, really, by goalkeeper Courtois. Jurgen Klopp trying to look philosophical, with his team are on top here, attacking the top end. They're trying to suck the ball into the back of the net. Chamberlain knocks it forward. But here come Chelsea now on the counter-attack with Morata. Over halfway, plays the ball forward, and they try to stay on side here. And Azpilicueta has stayed on side. Hazard is getting keen strides in the middle, and the cross comes in and it's deflected behind for a corner. And they had to make sure that the offside trap was timed well. Otherwise, it would have been a complete waste of time. In fact, Hazard was probably on at that particular moment, as you see. I was just seeing there on the television replay. But Chelsea there, very well thought out counter attack, and in the end they did well to get the corner, and that's come in, and in fact it's come to no harm. And it was Gary Cahill with a header, not troubling the scorers. Osimhen Mignolet with that, I'm afraid. No score yet, but we've still got plenty of, hopefully there's still plenty of chance. Earlier today, Crystal Palace 2, Stoke City 1, Manchester United 1, Brighton 0. As Liverpool come forward, Newcastle 0, Watford 3, a big win that for Watford. Goal point behind Burnley with that result in 8th place. Swansea and Bournemouth finished 0-0. Controversial moment when Wilfried Bonney's goal was chalked off, and Tottenham came from behind to snatch a draw at Wembley today against West Bromwich Albion. So there's been plenty happening in and around the Premier League today, and there's more to come tomorrow. Everton are in action as well. And of course, Arsenal travel to Burnley. So some big games tomorrow. Everton travel to Southampton. Burnley, of course, take on Arsenal in the game that we're going to be covering. And then it's Huddersfield Town against Manchester City, the final match of the weekend from the John Smith Stadium. Here's Coutinho midway inside the Chelsea half and wins a free kick. Bakayoko into the back of him. Free kick. We haven't had a goal yet in this game. My commentary is returning after a little break, and of course a little bit of cold I've suffered, so if I've not been on live, I do apologise, but we are back live with these commentaries, and we'll be making sure that we keep you entertained with all the football over Christmas. Boxing Day, we'll be in for a real treat because we've got Manchester United against Burnley in the Premier League on Boxing Day, so you'll be able to hear that with us on Boxing Day. So at Old Trafford, meanwhile it's a free kick to Liverpool, and it's taken by Coutinho, deflected off the wall. It will be a corner, hitting it with his right foot. Who did it come off there? It came off, I think, Alonso, behind for a corner. So a chance here now for Liverpool. Brilliant Coutinho, one of the better players out on that park at the moment, looking to try and make things happen. Apologies if you can hear my sounds in the background. Here's a free kick, or a corner kick, swung in there towards Matip, and it was scrambled. It'll come back for Coutinho, tries the shot, it comes, or tries an attempted hard cross across the penalty area. Kante picks that ball up, and then it's back to Thibaut Courtois once again, and then the ball gets smuggled back to Simon Mignolet in the Liverpool goal. Amazing to think that we are still at 0-0 in this game. And it's Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Liverpool, in fact, as you see, will be celebrating their 125th anniversary this year. I'd love to mark that with a trophy or two to take away back to Anfield. But it's the men from Anfield here at Anfield on the break again. Milner trying to shot from 20 yards. In fact, it wasn't. It was Jordan Henderson, sorry. And in the end, it was an easy one for Simon Mignolet, for Thibaut Courtois, sorry. I've been doing a lot of stuff the last few days, and it's taking its toll on one. Bitterly cold afternoon here on Merseyside. 0-0. 8 attempts apiece. Liverpool's first shot on target, that half chance for Henderson. But still no breakthrough yet. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Not been a bad game to say it's 0-0, but it's not exactly been the attacking festival we were all hoping it would be, considering that Morata and Salah, two of the most informed players, have been in great streaks at the moment. Chamberlain, all that attacking intent, really it's not come to fruition that much, but we just need a goal. We've had 10 minutes of the second half, just the one shot on target, that was Jordan Henderson. This is James Milner now for Liverpool, inside the centre circle, just inside the half of Chelsea, and here's Coutinho running at everybody. The ball deflects away. It'll fall here from Matip, and then the cross in there by Henderson, knocked away once more. Now Salah picks it up on the left hand side, infield to Coutinho. Salah continued his run. It was a poor ball in by the Brazilian Coutinho, but the ball still breaks for Liverpool. Still 0-0 here. Matip now, and it's Joe Gomez, who recently won his first couple of caps for England, played in both friendlies against Germany and Brazil. And at the moment, no breakthrough at Anfield. It's looking as if it's stalemate here. This is Gomez again, near side, back to Milner rather, and Milner plays the ball back from Sturridge, and Matip has, Gomez, sorry, has that ball there. Still 0-0. And yet it's just patient build up on both sides, which is a little bit frustrating at the moment, because you look at the way that both teams are setting up at the moment. It's just so ebbing and flowing. You just haven't had an ebb and flow game as we would have hoped. It's also bitterly cold out there on Merseyside. As Sturridge goes inside the penalty area, ball breaks maybe for Salah, but he's surrounded by three blue shirts who surrounding to terrific effect from their point of view. And the ball is with Chelsea now, but then it's given away to Henderson, who wins the battle there with Drinkwater. Claren to win the next ball. Deep inside Chelsea half. Referee allowing advantage here. With a chip in there towards Sturridge. Then Milner's in to win it, and then it's a free kick for Chelsea, fouled by James Milner. Just clattered into the back of Bakayoko. And we're coming up towards an hour gone here. Was there a potential of a handball? Oh no, maybe. His arms were... Well, his arm was out a bit there, KO. I think That's probably come under the bracket of sin and gibbon. That'll be one for you guys to discuss in the comment section below. And don't forget, all archive commentaries and delayed commentaries you can listen to. You can listen to them again at your own leisure. Match stats, last 5 minutes. Possession 72% to 28% in favour of the home team. But this is Marcos Alonso for Chelsea. Back in field again to Kante. Kante out now towards Aspilicueta. Back inside to Kante once again. Chelsea now having a go at probing this defence, and then it's offside given. Over on the far side against Zabacosta. Although he looked as if he was being played onside, perhaps. That is Joe Gomez for Liverpool, left hand side. Tries to get a chance here from behind. And oh, Courtois! It was perilously close to the edge of the area. And the Liverpool fans wanting a handball. And oh, he's just inside. Just on the line. So Courtois just about was handled it, but he was inside the limit. It was inside the box. But it was perilously close. The Liverpool fans wanted an handball. If you handle outside the penalty area, in fact you do run the risk of being automatically sent off under FIFA laws. So Chelsea, if Courtois had got that wrong, they could have been down to 10 men, and their backs would have been up against the wall. Third place Chelsea, away at fifth place Liverpool at the moment. This is Hazard through the centre. Aspilicueta making a terrific run through the centre. It's out to Zabacosta on the far side. Ball back across towards Morata at the back post, and a terrific challenge. I think it was Gomez who got back there. Still Liverpool on the back foot defending now. Still 0-0. And here is Cahill. Cahill playing the ball in, and that might well be kept in. It is by Bakayoko. Bakayoko turns back inside the penalty area, and away again. Cahill still keeps it alive for Chelsea. They're having a lovely little spell there. That was probably the best move of the match from Chelsea, and just didn't get it to Morata just in time, really. We've played almost an hour. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. In fact, we've now played 1 hour exactly. 60 minutes now played. And it's Chelsea now breaking forward up towards Bakayoko. But then the ball is won again. And then the up and under towards Morata, edge of the D. Won by Matip. And, well, we've had an hour's worth now, and the game's maybe just starting to come to the boil a little bit. Aspilicueta for Chelsea. This is fantastic stuff now. Chelsea's starting to put one or two things together here. 0-0 it is. But I tell you what, we've had a superb 5-10 minutes passage of play where either side could have gone in front in this match. Kante has it now for Chelsea. This game, there's a great flow to this game. We'll check on what's happening at Bramall Lane in just a second when we get a break in play. Here is Kante for Chelsea, and the ball back across it towards Morata, and deflection. There was a couple of ricochets. I think the last one came off Morata, and I think it's gone behind for a goal kick. Let's just see it again. It's a good cross here. Zabacosta. I couldn't tell whether that came off Matic last. No, it came off Morata last, yes. Goal kick. Came off his chest. So whilst Liverpool have possession and try to get that ball forward, we'll just quickly keep you abreast of what's going on at the moment. Still, I think it's 1-0 to Birmingham. We'll just check this. It's still 1-0. Bogger's goal for Birmingham City at the moment. So 1-0. Here's Gomez for Liverpool. Still anyone's match for the taking here. Anfield on tenterhooks a little bit here. And it's on the edge of the area. Back inside. Sturridge tries the shot. Charged away by Cesar Aspilicueta. Just for one moment, Mo Salah did really well, and then Sturridge got his shot off, and Azpilicueta did well. It's a corner, and we floated in to the penalty box, and Azpilicueta is hurt on the floor inside the penalty area on the right hand side, to my right, the Kop end, and he injured himself in blocking this effort from Daniel Sturridge here, and it was a terrific block, body on the line stuff that. And he's really in some serious pain. Harry Kane were having a conversation with the referee, Michael Oliver. And it will be a corner. I think Azpilicueta is just coming off to receive some treatment. So Liverpool take the corner. It's too short to the goal. It's too close to the goalkeeper, who takes that comfortably well. And now Chelsea on the breakout here. Eden Hazard, the Belgian. Oh, it just showed too much of that to James Milner, and that's been the problem with both teams in the final third. It's just been awful the way the ball's been given away too easily. Certainly from the midfield point of view, it's been rather frustrating. 63 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0, and it's frustrating because we've had no goals to bring you, and it's been a total frustration of a match. Here's James Milner now for Liverpool. Back to Gomez. Gomez touches it back to Milner. If it could get a goal here that would set up the last 20 minutes superbly, then I think we would have a chance. There are some activity going on the touchline, so there's going to be some substitutions. It might just be Firmino coming on there. It has to be an attacking change for one of these two teams, and it's Jurgen Klopp to throw the dice first, to play one of his jokers. 3 substitutes permitted out of 7. 0-0 still. And here's Salah into Coutinho. Coutinho towards the edge of the area. Chamberlain flicking down. Salah shoots, and Salah scored against his old team. And the cup goes alive. And Liverpool have been much the better team in this contest. Deservedly take the lead. The cup has gone wild. And Chelsea here are in big trouble. Liverpool could be toppling Tottenham and going into 4th spot here if they can hang on for the next 25 minutes for stoppage time. Coutinho working it in there, and then Salah shooting past the goalkeeper. It was a mistake from Bakayoko, and through it went from Oxlade-Chamberlain, and then just slides it through Salah past Thibaut Courtois, and we have a goal at Anfield. It's Liverpool 1, it's Chelsea 0, Jurgen Klopp's side 1 up. And remember, they've only conceded 1 goal at Anfield all season, and that was to Scott Arfield of Burnley. And Chelsea are dead up against it now. Antonio Conte knows that this is going to be a tough ask now. And there's a substitution here. Klopp is going to press on with his substitution. Gigi Ronaldo is going to come out to replace Danny Sturridge. But, well, it's all happened here. We're restarted now. Liverpool have made the first substitute of the contest, but it's a goal by Salah after 65 minutes. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. What an important goal that is for Liverpool. And Chelsea now must come out and attack Liverpool and try and get the equaliser. Long ball forward. Here's a chance. Oh, the first touch let Hazard down. It's just not been his nice touch. Really did let him down here. Long ball forward. And Hazard just couldn't. And in the end, it's it just wasn't. Just didn't come out again. It hasn't dropped for Eden Hazard tonight. We've had 66 minutes here, and well, can you believe this? Here's a chance over on the far side for Chelsea. Still 1-0 the trail. A goal after 65 minutes. We've had 67. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. Mo Salah against his old side. Ball play back in, and I tell you what, the celebration, he was very respectful to Chelsea, not celebrating that goal. He celebrated almost apologetically then, as that ball comes in towards Morata inside the penalty area. Couldn't hook it goalwards. Lonzo will keep it alive for Chelsea. I tell you what, if they lose tonight, Chelsea, then they can have any lingering doubts. They could have any lingering thoughts of the champions winning the league. Is certainly gone with that. Still, Sheffield United 0, Birmingham 1 in the Championship. And I tell you what, if Birmingham win that game, what a shot in the arm for Steve Cottrell's men. But at the moment, it's Jurgen Klopp's men who have got the real shot in the arm here. Liverpool leading 1-0 away home to Chelsea. They've only conceded 1 goal at home. And for all the talk about their defensive troubles, they have certainly made Anfield a difficult place for teams to break them down. And only Scott Arfield has managed to score for Burnley. And a game we actually covered. This is our second visit to Anfield this season. And here's Azpilicueta for Chelsea, who have lost twice previously this season when we've featured them here on this YouTube channel. On a Clarets match delay when they lost 3-2 to Burnley on opening day, and then on one of our live matches when they lost to Manchester City. So they have been featured a couple of times, but have lost on each occasion. And then the ball back to Mignolet. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. And here is Gomez. What a performance Liverpool have put up from the 0-1 to 11. They've certainly been much the better team. And Chelsea really just haven't had any answer. Gomez now on the near side into Salah. Salah just loses control of the ball, and Alonso picks that up. Now Azpilicueta. Now this is all hands on deck for Chelsea. They must do something here in the remaining 20 minutes or so of normal time that remains, and then there's the time added on to go. But Mo Salah, I have to say, he's been the best player, I think, on the whole park. He's really performed magnificently, and at the end of the day, goals win games. And at the moment, it looks as if it's Liverpool's afternoon here, or evening, I should say, at Anfield. And it's a long ball out towards Alonso. Chelsea now looking to get back into this game. Infield it goes to Bakayoko, and then a good tackle again. Matip has done remarkably well. This back four of Liverpool might not look the best on paper, but it's done a terrific job so far. And this is Kante playing it in. Mignolet going for it and getting there. Good catch there. He's had a good, sensible match, Simon Mignolet. He really has. He's played really well tonight whenever he's had to be called upon. And here go Liverpool again with Moreno in towards Salah. Moreno with a run, but it's Thibaut Courtois' ball. It's a nice little breakout there by Liverpool. We've had 70.5 minutes. We're inside the last 19.5 minutes. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0 is the scoreline at Anfield in the late game. Earlier today we saw wins for Crystal Palace, for Manchester United, and one or two others as well. We saw draws at West Brom. We saw a draw at Swansea. West Ham drew last night, of course, against Leicester. What a performance. Birmingham winning at Sheffield United in the Championship. That kicked off at exactly the same time as this game. Here's Bakayoko inside the Liverpool half, out towards the far side, but that's going to run out of play. So a lot of Chelsea fans' frustrations. It's just not been their night, simply. They've got substitutes there that can change the game. But it's going to need something extra special. Cesc Fabregas could be a man they could rely upon to try and get them out of this sorry mess they're in right now. Still 1-0 to Birmingham City as things stand in the Championship. What a day it could be for them if they... In fact, it's been an equaliser. There's been an equaliser at Bramall Lane. Leon Clark has just equalised. And so it's 1-1 then between Sheffield United and Birmingham City at Bramall Lane. So Chris Wilder's team right back in the game there at Bramall Lane at Anfield, where we are tonight. It's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. And here comes Chelsea now looking for this equaliser. Ball hoisted in towards the penalty area. And the ball might just break for Bakayoko, and then it's knocked away by Liverpool towards halfway, and the ball has just gone out of play. Moreno just hooking that away. Just seeing that once more. There was the opportunity. Oh, in fact, there was a bit of a mistake there. Moreno had hit that against his own man, or Claren hit it against his own man. Here comes Chelsea again. They are looking for this equalizer. Again, the ball in there. Drinkwater attacks the ball, crossing from the right-hand side. The ball breaks to Cahill. Cahill tosses it in from the left-hand side towards the back post. The flag has got up for offside, and it's a free kick to Liverpool with 73 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to Liverpool. The goal from Salah after 65 minutes. Chelsea about to make a substitution, about to make a change. And it's going to be Danny Drinkwater to make way. Gets it from the Chelsea supporters, but it's Fabregas now, the Spanish international, the former Arsenal and Barcelona man. Can he turn something around here for the reigning Premier League champions? Giving away to Alonso. You don't want to be doing that. Here's a chance now for Chelsea. Morata was trying to launch it forward. It's a throw to Chelsea. They need to get on with it very quickly here. Celtic and Motherwell facing off in the Scottish League Cup tomorrow afternoon at Hampden in the first domestic cup final up in Scotland. But it's at the moment it's going the way of Liverpool in the Premier League. Tomorrow we've got live commentary of Arsenal's trip to Turf Moor in a Clarets match live. But at the moment on the match live, it's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. This is Alonso for Chelsea. Range back inside to Hazard. Crossing from the left hand side. Hooked away. Still a little bit of up and under, but still Chelsea harried inside the area. Morata trying to stab it towards the penalty box. Hooked away. Now Azpilicueta wins the ball. And then going away once again. Now there could be a break on. Salah through the centre. Salah on the left hand side, I should say. Needs possession. Needs to keep possession, and that's... Oh dear me. Liverpool made a dog's dinner of that counter attack, I have to say. There's a foul here on Bakayoko. And it was Philip Coutinho who was the guilty party. Well, Mohamed Salah, that's his 15th goal incidentally in all competitions. Pedro's about to come on for Chelsea, so obviously they're reacting to the first change made by Jurgen Klopp here, Antonio Conte. Here's the ball in from Alonso. It was a poor ball. Alonso might get a second goal to win the next ball, but he's been fouled in the process of trying to win that ball. I won't say Chamberlain. To say that we've had quite a number of fouls, we haven't had too many yellow cards. Here's Morata, onside. Morata pulls the shot wide. In fact, he was offside. I thought for a moment Morata had broken that offside trap, but the linesman on the far side, oh, he just strayed. He strayed offside there. It was a good decision from the linesman, and it wouldn't have mounted that anyway because he put the shot wide of goal in any case. We've had 76 minutes. Off comes Bakayoko. On comes Pedro, the ex-Barcelona man. As Chelsea look to try and get back into this game. They trailing. Remember, it's 1-1 now at Bramall Lane in the Championship between Sheffield United and Birmingham City. So, some real action going on in the Championship right now. Clark's goal after 71 minutes, equalising a goal after 38 minutes from Boga for Birmingham City. It's 1-1. And here, looked a high tackle, but the referee allowing it to go on. Here's Alonso in field. Fabregas. They need a little bit of Spanish flair from him. Still 1-0 to Liverpool. A goal from Mo Salah. Now the ball back. And now Azpilicueta looking to get something forward. Kante now. Through the centre. Deep into... Oh, he's giving it away. Kante. and he went to try and hack at the player. I think it might have been Coutinho, and then the long ball forward looking towards Mo Salah, and Salah's got possession. Salah now against the defenders. He's got a bit of support with him. Coutinho is to his left. It's fine. Coutinho, left hand side, cuts in field. Chance here, shooting opportunity, deflected away, and it will be a corner. Came off Gary Cahill last. 13 minutes to go. In fact, 12 minutes to go. It was Gigi Ronaldo with the shot, and it hit the hand, but it was low down, so it wasn't sticking out, so you can't give a penalty for that. Cahill had his arms by his side. Penalty, corner, sorry, it is. 78 minutes gone, 12 to play. Chelsea 1-0 down. Corner taken shot, then the shot back in, and it was charged away, and then the ball hoisted back in. Again, knocked away by Chelsea. Now they can break forward. And Morata on offside against Eden Hazard. He ran too soon. And that just sums up the frustration and the disappointment of the way that Chelsea have been playing in this second half. Oh, dear me. He just had to... just careless from Eden Hazard. It was a lovely ball forward as well from Alvaro Morata as well. And that was the thing. If he'd have just timed his run a bit better there, that was an opportunity for Hazard to make it 1-1, but he didn't. It was just silly play really from him. Here's Alonso now down the left hand channel, and Hazard, oh, that's a poor ball from his high standards, and Ronaldo needs to win the next ball, and Salah is onside this time. It's Mo Salah. He was faced by a few Chelsea defenders, mind you. I don't think he would have had enough pace to get back there and affect the danger in any case. Willian about to come on for Chelsea as Chelsea comes looking for that equalizer. Alonso had made a good dash forward, but it will be a corner to Chelsea. Will they make the change before then? Well, what a barnstorming finish we got here. Alonso did well, and yes, behind for a corner. What a Chelsea made up. Fabregas always got it out towards the edge of the D now. Kante can't hit them. I mean, he was under a great deal of pressure. And now Kante again. He's gone to this far side. Liverpool trailing, or leading rather, by a goal to nil. And here we go again. It's Salah through the centre. He's got Coutinho out to the left hand side. Coutinho now. And Salah runs superbly. And a good tackle there. And it had to be timed well. It's a corner. Coutinho playing a delicious ball forward, and Salah made a terrific run and got beyond the shoulder of the last defender, but he got back there and did well, the Chelsea player. Corner. 1-1 at Bramall Lane between Birmingham and Sheffield United. 1-0 here at Anfield between Liverpool and Chelsea. Liverpool with the corner. One up into the 6-yard box, and it's saved on the line. Ronaldo with a header. He felt he was being tugged. He was complaining about something going on there. I think his shirt might have been tugged, you know. And he's certainly under a lot of pressure. It was goal bound, but the goalkeeper had to make the save. And here come Chelsea now with Alonso just inside the Liverpool half. We've played 81 minutes and it's still anyone's guess, can Liverpool hold on? Chelsea haven't looked like scoring throughout the entire night. And here's a chance now, far side, he's kept it alive, in towards Alonso inside the penalty area. It might drop for Fabregas. Fabregas can't get it out from under his feet. Liverpool hoisted away, but not very far, mind you. Now Hazard, they need to make something happen here. And here comes the ball in there, and a chance here, Alonso trying to volley it on his left foot, and he's only succeeded in hitting it into the Anfield roll stand. Chelsea are preparing a final change. And it just sums up the frustration. Onside. And I think he had more time than he thought he had. Oh dear. Got very much underneath it. Goal kick given. So, substitution for Chelsea. As Zabacosta comes off. Willian comes on. We've had 82 minutes gone here at Anfield, and it looks as if Liverpool, if they hold on to what they've got now with 3 points, will be very much needed. It will move them into 4th position in the Premier League table. As things stand here at over at Bramall Lane, it's 1-1 between Sheffield United and Birmingham City. Liverpool now are about to make a substitution as well. Oh, what a game we've got ourselves now. Throw to Liverpool. And I tell you what, it's been a remarkable afternoon football here. It really has. As Chelsea get that one forward, we will have a live game in midweek, and we'll tell you before the end of the programme what it will be. Here's Kante now for Chelsea. They're 1-0 down, don't forget. This really is backs to the wall jobs here as Chelsea come looking for that equalizer. Long ball now towards the far side where Alonso was waiting again. What a interception. And Liverpool have performed terrifically well against all the odds. With 10 men, with all 11 men. I don't know why I said 10 men. I'm just a little bit ring rusty. I am commentating on a couple of weeks, so pardon me. This is Hazard now. We've got 6 minutes plus time added on to go. Chelsea running out of time and possibly running out of ideas. Here's Milner getting it away for Liverpool, up and over the halfway line, but it's going to be exclusively played in the Liverpool half now at the Anfield Road end, surely for the next 6 minutes plus stoppage time that we've got to go. One ball in, but again Liverpool dealing with the pressure thus far very well. And here comes Alonso, Morata rather, into Hazard to Willian. Willian 25 yards to go, trying to work some Brazilian flair. Willian crosses towards the back post and it's gone in! It's 1-1 and Willian has chipped the goalkeeper from the right hand side of the penalty area, and Antonio Conte goes absolutely bonkers, and Chelsea out of nothing really are back in this game, and Liverpool have conceded just their second goal at Anfield this season, and Simon Mignolet has been chipped by Willian. And I have to say, it caught everyone by surprise. He went to the right hand side of the area, chipped the ball back. It looked as if from the first glance he was going to cross it, and then he somehow chipped the goalkeeper. Mignolet's fractionally off his line. I think he gets a little glove on this, He does, but he can't keep it out. And Chelsea are back level with 4.5 minutes to go. It looks as if it's a cross-come shot, I'm not sure whether he'll mean it or not. Only Willian will know if he meant it or not. But Antonio Conte, boy, does he not care. It's 1-1 at Anfield, and Chelsea are back in the game, and now we're in for a grandstand finish. 1-1 it is. Here's Willian, here's Salah, I should say, who looked as if he was putting Liverpool on their way. Chamberlain trying to go forward. Now Milner has it. Right hand side to the byline, across the ball into the penalty area. It'll come from Ronaldo, and now all of a sudden it's Ronaldo, and it's Liverpool now attacking. What a finish. Chamberlain now to Milner. Good first time crossing towards the 6-yard box and taken by Thibaut Courtois. Oh my goodness me. What a finish now. 4 minutes to go. Liverpool about to make a change. Looks as if it's Sadio Mane, the former Southampton man, about to come on. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Liverpool for so long in this second half looked as if they were going to go into 4th place, and here now they could end up losing it. Morata now down that far side, but there's just nobody in blue waiting in the centre here. But they get a throw for the endeavours though, Chelsea. It would have needed a miracle really for that to happen, but Chelsea got a miracle when it was needed. With this play on now, Willian. What a substitution that is. Now then, a little chip forward from the far side. Chelsea looking to try and win the game now, when it looked as if they were going to chase it all the while to the bitter end. Have we got time for a winner? We got 3 minutes of time added on to of normal time to go as Salah tries to make something happen, but the Chelsea defenders were well positioned, well marshalled. 1-1. And all of a sudden Fabregas deep inside his own half, gets it over halfway. Hazard's lovely flick is found Alonso then just calmly into field to Fabregas. Now Kante is inside the centre circle. Now he's back over halfway line. And it's going to be a double substitution, in fact, for Liverpool here, as they look to try and snatch all 3 points right at the very last second. And I don't think there's been a great deal of amount of time added on at the end of this. But it's Chelsea all of a sudden in the ascendancy, when it looked for so long as if Liverpool were going to hang on and get 3 points out of this. And they're going to be a substitution here. And I'm just going to see who that might be. It looks like Philip Coutinho's night is run. And Lallana will come on to make his first appearance of the season. Manny will replace Oxlade-Chamberlain as the other change for Liverpool, with less than 2 minutes of normal time remaining, plus any time added on that the fourth official might want to add on at the end. I would suggest an extra 2 or 3 minutes at the end. We'll be coming off the air once the game is finished tonight, folks. I'm totally out of breath after this. It's my first commentary in something like proper live commentary in about something like 2 weeks. And it's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. We're going into the last minute and 15 of the normal time. Less than 75 seconds to go. And here come Chelsea now, looking to break away. Liverpool snapping back hard in the challenges, and it's anyone's race now. Who's going to win it? Manny now gets his first touch. We're in the last minute of normal time, folks. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Here's Milner back inside to Henderson. Henderson to Matip, I should say. Matip to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to Moreno. What a finish this is going to be now. We've got about 30 seconds of normal time almost left to play. Then it's down to the fourth official. Oh, Gomez did tremendously well. Got out of a cul-de-sac terrifically well. 25 seconds to go. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Fourth official will be poised down on that near side with the board. And now Chelsea hook it out. It will be a throw to Liverpool right dead on halfway. Cesar Azpilicueta just hooking it out. Very high and very handsome from their point of view. Here comes Henderson now for Liverpool. We've now played the 90 minutes. We've got another 3 more, says the fourth official. So another 3 to go. There is the proof. 300 minutes from the fourth official. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. 3 minutes now remaining. It's Henderson playing that ball towards the edge of the penalty area. It comes to Salah on the edge of the box. Salah shoots, and it's a terrific save. Diving away to his left by Thibaut Courtois. Looked as if Salah was going to win it then. Hit it with his left foot from the edge of the box and hit it superbly, but it was at a decent height for the goalkeeper. Corner to Liverpool. It's going to be James Milner to float one into the penalty area on a bitterly cold afternoon here, or bitterly cold evening here on Merseyside. But in the last 20 minutes, it's 25 minutes or so, it's certainly wound up as a contest. And Willian is through on the far side. Pedro trying to get up with him on the left hand side, but he's lost possession. We've had 1 minute of the 3 and still want to finish. We're in for a grandstand finish. It took a long time for the game to boil to the surface. To come to the boil and to the surface, and my word, we've had a great last 25 minutes or so. Great football, terrific entertainment, but still 1-1. It looks as if it's going to end in a stalemate, a point apiece it looks like. We had a draw at Swansea, we had a draw I think we had a draw elsewhere. I can't remember where. We certainly had a draw last night between West Ham and Leicester. Wins for Watford, Manchester United and Crystal Palace as well. Or draw at Wembley. How did I forget that? I'm just so much drama in this game. Man of the match from the TV, Mo Salah. I would have given him Mo Salah as well. So he gets the JB man of the match to add to his television man of the match. It's been a magnificent finish to this game. It's been so enjoyable to actually watch this game. It's been an absolute terrific finish. And we're now into the last minute of stoppage time. It's a one final twist. We'll bring you the full-time from Bramall Lane as soon as we get it here on the JB Claret YouTube channel, but we will be breaking off in a few moments time for the evening because my voice is almost gone after all this last 25 minutes of pure football drama. The first commentary back here on the match live, and what a memorable second half it has been. The first half was really cumbersome, really, in terms of entertainment and as an attacking spectacle, but in the second half it's been magnificent and a real joy to watch. Here's KO now. Here's our last gasp winner here now. Morata is offside, and that should be that as far as the game is concerned. Looks like it's a point. Jurgen Klopp will feel disgusted. His team haven't held on, and there goes the whistle, and Liverpool have thrown away another lead. They threw a 3-goal lead away in Seville in midweek in the Champions League, and for a long time in the second half, thanks to Mo Salah's 65th minute strike against his old team, it looked as if all 3 points were staying at Anfield, but they hadn't reckoned on Willian scoring 6 minutes from the end with an attempted cross-come shot which caught Simon Mignolet well out of his goal, looked over his head, and Chelsea snatch a point from Anfield. Well, it was a show-stopping last 25 minutes, folks. Mo Salah gets the JB man in the match, but a terrific performance really from both sides, who really gave it a good go, but maybe, just maybe, Chelsea will be very happy than Liverpool that a point has been gained from their blueprint and their spectrum. But Liverpool certainly were the better team when you look at it statistically, but it's all about goals, and it ended 1 each, and well, it feels like a win for Chelsea, as you probably can imagine here, because Antonio Conte is punching the air with delight, and he knows that his team have got away with a point, and when it didn't look for so long as if they were going to get anything out of the game, they were quite frankly disappointed for most of it. But in the end, they got a point, and Jurgen Klopp's side will have to go back to the drawing board and reflect on what might have been really for Liverpool tonight as the teams trod off. So it's ended 1-1 here at Anfield. Let's just check what's been happening in the Championship. They're coming up towards the end, I would have gathered. They're in the 3 minutes of time added on, and we'll just let you know what the final score is in that one. And then we'll have to break off for, in fact, they've had 4 minutes there. And it looks as if it's going to be a point apiece then at Bramall Lane. Clark and Boga, the goal scorers, as Sheffield United and Birmingham are now drawing 1-1 at Bramall Lane. It's also finished 1-1 at Anfield. A terrific performance. Certainly the last 25 minutes was an absolute joy to enjoy, and at the end of the day it's a point apiece. We're still deep into time added on. They're still playing, in fact, at Bramall Lane. We will get confirmation before we go, but I have to say Liverpool will feel very disappointed that they couldn't hang on to 3 points. They did deserve it on the balance of play, but you never write off Chelsea, and we all wrote them off in the second half, but they came back strongly and got themselves that point they so desperately wanted, and boy did they get it a lot. So that means, it doesn't affect the relegation zone, although Crystal Palace now are creeping up with the points. So some terrific performances, really great entertainment really when you think about it, and I thoroughly enjoyed the commentary of this game. It was a really good game, and may more commentaries continue from now until the end of the season. Full time whistle has just gone at Bramall Lane, in fact, and it has finished Sheffield United 1, Birmingham City 1. So that's that done, and we'll bring you some more. So let's just bring you up to date with all that's happened. So Crystal Palace have beaten Stoke 2-1. Man United have beaten Brighton. Newcastle were beaten at home by Watford. Swansea Bournemouth finished goalless. Tottenham 1, West Brom 1, and Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1, is all the scores, plus West Ham 1, Leicester 1 from last night. So it's all over then in all those games, and of course it's been, well, we've had a terrific afternoon here at Anfield, and well, let's hope the fixtures this on Sunday. There are 3 games taking place. There's 3 games taking place tomorrow there at Southampton, Burnley, where we'll be tomorrow, and Huddersfield Town as Southampton take on Everton, Burnley take on Arsenal in our featured match, and Huddersfield Manchester City. Let's have a look at so midweek we'll be down on the south coast, because we'll be bringing you live commentary of Bournemouth against Burnley. That will be from the Vitality Stadium, kick-off at 7:45, folks, so don't forget to join us for that. And of course there will be some more Premier League action next weekend, of course, as well, so we'll keep you posted for that. But the next 2 matches we'll be bringing you Burnley games, of course, tomorrow against Arsenal and then at Bournemouth in midweek. Don't forget to join us all for that. But for me, JB, I hope you very much enjoyed our commentary of this match today. Liverpool, for a long time, looked to have had the game sealed, but they were right off Chelsea, and Willian, the substitute, with a cross-come shot, saves Chelsea a precious point. Thank you very much for listening in to the match live today. It's been a great game to enjoy. The last 25 minutes was spectacular, but at the end of the day, neither side win the game. They have to make do with a point apiece. Hope you very much enjoyed it. See you tomorrow for Burnley against Arsenal, but for now, it's goodbye.